Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Well, it was a 49-year-old Australian who performed incredibly well on the opening day of the Worldwide Technology Championship. Cameron Percy has just one win on the Corn Ferry Tour back in 2014, but in his 21st start of the season, he's put together a very good performance. Opened with a 62. Let's hear from him and some of the other leaders who are chasing in Mexico.
You know, it was just super solid. I probably went into trouble just once or twice today, and just a really solid day that I could have shot even lower if I made a couple more putts.
Where are you feeling strongest in your game right now?
Definitely my irons felt really good. My wedges felt really good today, and I just rolled in a ton of good putts.
It's the first time we're seeing this course on tour. What's the key to navigating around?
It's definitely a second shot golf course. You can use a lot of bowls to your advantage if you hit it in the right spot. So, you need some good iron swings, yeah.
Your Twitter predictions, do you have a prediction of what a winning score would be? I know only Thursday, but...
I would say mid-20s, unless it gets windier in the weekend.
Round that started with very little wind, and then we got a pretty consistent, not very strong west wind, so it wasn't very tricky from that perspective. Fairways are forgiving. Got away with a couple little toey shots, still stay in the fairway, and obviously I hit my irons nice, and the putter worked. Anytime you shoot 8 under par, you gotta roll some good putts, and that was the case today.
Thoughts on the course? Obviously, we're hearing a lot of wide fairways, tricky greens, so forth. You obviously handled that well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's in great conditions. It is forgiving off the tee, which I think we all wish it was a little bit tighter, to be honest. But it's in great shape, and the greens are still soft. Obviously, they had some storms here last week. Hopefully, they get a little bit firmer. Low scorings out there, as you can see in the leaderboard, and it's gonna be that type of week. So we gotta keep pushing.
Yeah.
You've missed a cut the last few times. So what worked today? What's the difference between how you played today versus how you've been playing this season?
No, the same. I think you just focus on the process. I've been working really hard with my new instructor this year, Jose Campra. There's some big changes. It's been a slow year, but it's been a slow year from a performance point of view, but it's been a very hectic year from a working. So there's been a lot of work there, and it's always nice to see a low score.
Yeah, just hit a really nice drive down the first and a beautiful 3-wood to about 30 feet, I guess, and rolled it about 6 foot by, which I didn't want to do, and then made it. And then I bowled like a 15-footer on 3, which was nice. And then I holed a pitch shot from about 75 yards, and that sort of kicked me along, and all of a sudden I'm like 5 under, I think. And then played really nicely through 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 there. I hit the ball beautifully. And then just didn't hit it, quite close enough coming in, but I had a few looks, but they didn't all. I mean, I couldn't make them all. It was ridiculous for a while there.
This is going to sound like a stupid question given your score, but thoughts on the course? Obviously, it's new to everybody. I know fairways are wide.
Yeah.
Obviously, it suits you well. Just a few comments about the course.
Yeah, it's wide, but you notice yourself like sort of getting a bit lackadaisical on a few tee shots, and there's a few crosswinds where if you hit it the wrong shot, you're going to lose it in the rubbish. So they look wide, but if you lose concentration, there's a few holes where there's not a lot to aim at. So you got to really concentrate, because it's like, oh yeah, should be able to hit this, but then it's like, oh, you don't. So it kind of makes you, but it's a second shot course sort of thing. The greens are tricky, and there's a lot of plateaus and that. So it really wants you to, it gives you the tee shot, and then you got to hit a good second shot.
Today, the AJGA announced its 2023 Rolex Junior Players of the Year. On the boys' side, the honor went to Miles Russell of Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Miles played in 8 AJGA events this year, won 4 of them, and finished in the top 3 in 2 others. At just 15 years old, Miles became the youngest player to receive the honor, beating out Tiger Woods, who was 10 months older than Miles when he won the award in 1991. Over on the girls' side, the accolade went to Yana Wilson of Henderson, Nevada. The 2022 U.S. Girls Junior Champion played in 10 AJGA events. She won 2 and finished in the top 3 4 other times. This year, Yana also announced her commitment to the University of Oregon and played on both the U.S. Junior Solheim and Ryder Cup teams. Without further ado, I'm delighted to say we can now Welcome, one of the best juniors in the country, Yana Wilson, joining us live here on Golf Central. Yana, congratulations. Did you expect this? It's already been a wonderful year for you, so what a wonderful way to wrap it up.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us, let's just go back a little bit, because we've watched quite a good amount of you and your play already. You were obviously one of the top junior golfers in the country, not yet begun your college career, but where did your love of golf begin?
I was very young. I was like 7 or 8 years old. My dad took me out to the course, and I started hitting balls, and I kind of loved it from there. And then just being able to compete on the golf course is something I really loved. I'm very competitive, so.
I remember watching you hit the opening tee shot at the Augusta National Women's Amateur this year at Champions Retreat. Obviously, we have a couple of rounds there before we go to Augusta National. You went on to finish in a tie for 26th that week, but how much do events like that and the opportunity for you still as a junior golfer mean to be able to compete at that kind of a stage?
It means a whole lot. I mean, just competing with the best amateurs in the world is truly an honor, and just to play alongside them is super cool. And I just hope I get to play in more of those events in the near future. Well,
one of your wins this year was at the Mizuho Americas Open. Another young talent captured a lot of headlines that week. Of course, it was Rose Zhang. She won her first ever professional start on the LPGA Tour, but it was really cool that you were not only the champion, but the AJGA component of this event was such a big part of it as well, because I know you and Rose have a good relationship, and that's a great selfie we're seeing that Rose took of the two of you with your trophies. How inspiring was that week?
It was absolutely so inspiring, and a huge honor just to win alongside Rose Zhang, and to witness history that week. I mean, she was, I think, the second player to win her first LPGA start, so that was just really cool to watch, and just really something cool to see.
So you've had a good year, as we keep mentioning, and part of that was playing not only in the Junior Solheim, but also Junior Ryder Cup teams for the United States. I remember seeing you on the first tee at the Solheim Cup at Finca Cortesine, cheering everybody on alongside Anna Davies and Anna Davis and some of your other friends. What did you gain from those experiences of playing team golf at such a high level?
I would say just sharing that team bond with other girls that I compete with on a week-to-week basis is just pretty special, and you make friendships that'll last a lifetime, and I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, just amazing to see kind of the difference between the two events as well, I'm sure, although I know they didn't go the way of the United States, but still just an incredible experience. And speaking of those experiences, you're in your senior year of high school, of course, but as I mentioned, you've committed to go to Oregon. Why Oregon? What prompted that choice?
Just the coaches over there. Shout out to Coach D and Coach Mo's over there, but Coach Chrissy Carmen is the new assistant coach. They're awesome people, and just the facilities at Oregon and how Nike is a huge sponsor over there is just, it's really special, and I think I'm going to enjoy my next couple of years over there.
Golf is obviously in your future. Have you looked much beyond college and what the goals are long term, Yana?
Yes, absolutely. Going pro is the goal. We'll just see when I'm ready for that, to make that next big step, and kind of just playing it by ear right now.
Yana Wilson, a name that we are already getting to know. Congratulations on a wonderful year and a junior career so far. We'll look forward to following your progress, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Cara.